I'm standing here with Simon Chinn, the producer of Project NIM. Welcome.
Thank you.
To have you here.
Thanks, great to be here. It's my first time in Stockholm, a lovely city.
Why did you want to tell the story about Nim Chimpsky?
Well, actually, my wife came across the story. James Marsh, the director, and I had made a film called Man on Wire, and after Man on Wire we were discussing what next, and my wife was, I came down for breakfast one morning and she was about 6 months pregnant, and she was reading an article about Nim's story and crying, and I just figured, that was the first thing that struck me. This was in her state of kind of imminent motherhood, it was a story that kind of deeply touched something in her. I suppose the answer to the question is that it felt to me like a story about parenting, you know. As much as it's a story about a chimpanzee, it's also a story about humans and how we discharge our responsibilities to those who are more vulnerable than us, be they children or animals.
Yes, and what do you think are the benefits and obstacles when making a movie about an individual that's passed away?
An individual, well, I mean, it's particularly challenging to make a film about an animal, whether they're living or dead, particularly if they're your sort of central protagonist, because they can't talk, although Nim actually could talk. He could use sign language, so there was the possibility to sort of glean a little bit more of what he was thinking and trying to communicate. You know, I often sort of choose retrospective stories where not everyone is alive, but we always hope to kind of bring them to life through discovering archive material, and that's often the way that you can get around those challenges.
And did your personal view on the emotional and ethical issues surrounding Project NIM change during the making of the movie?
I suppose in some ways they did. I mean, I think we went into the film and the story with no real agenda other than to tell the story as well as we possibly could, and as we saw it, based on the sort of subjective testimony of everyone who played a part in the story. I guess if there's one thing that really did change, that my kind of view changed on, was the kind of the nature of the chimpanzees. I sort of felt, kind of by looking at huge amounts of archive material and talking to a lot of people who were close to Nim, I think I ended up understanding that chimpanzees are, as much as they're not us, that we share a lot with them. They have huge kind of sort of the complex range of emotions. They are individuals with personalities like us, and it's possible for humans to form very deep bonds with chimps that it's not possible to form with dogs or cats, for example. And I think as a result of that, I suppose I have ended up thinking that we owe chimpanzees a duty of care, and chimpanzees should have rights like we do. But beyond that, I think the issues are very complicated, and I don't think it's the film. We didn't try and sort of spoon feed kind of easy morality to the audience in the film, and I think that was right, and I sort of still stand by that. I think these are complicated issues. So
you don't want to go and get yourself a chimpanzee?
Definitely not. I mean, that's the other big point. I think chimpanzees are really dangerous. As cute and cuddly as we think they are, you don't want to mess with a fully grown chimp, as I think you will see if you watch Project NIM.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.